listening to a Track Bangus production.
You ever wonder what it's like to live in the jungle? Lion, tigers, and bears, snakes, and scorpions. Can you take this shit serious? Serious as it is. When it's fuck how you feel, better get it how you live. When killers retaliate every enemy possible, surviving lives on a hard pill to swallow. God bless the child that can hold his own. That means taking care of your family till your kids are grown. If loyalty is royalty, some of us broke as fuck. Blood thicker than water, but still, who can you trust? They say that you to blame, ran your name in the mud. You a soldier, you was trained, you was ready for war. The president smoking, fucking bitches in the White House. Stomping in the Air Force Ones into the lights out. King of high yourself, they say you dangerous and woke. They know we greedy for these beats, so they say we creep slow.
Woke is the new sleep, shallow is the new deep. Cheap's every news week, silence is the new speech. Cool like a fan, but on the other hand, I'm a nympho, so I like to fuck what they saying. Fuck an ab and a pan, they both kicking the can. Two homeless motherfuckers that ain't took back they land. Ain't no need to take a seat, want you to overly stand. Listen up and pour a cup while I rock like a band. Fuck a chief in a tribe, I like feeling the vibe. Man, tucking all that pride and see it's just a divide. But you fuck with white girls and you push genocide. And Jennifer, the only one you call for a ride. I was fucking with that shit, but now my feelings have died. And all my women spoil like my package expired. My discernment like a tooth with the feeling inside. Cause I'm here to tell the truth, fuck what you feeling inside, nigga.
Aladdin. This that prolific, spiritual individual. Grab your bitches, they follow him everywhere he go. My aura code, the shit I'm kicking like Sub-Zero. Most niggas playing that simple, we keep shit popping like teenage pimples. Y'all niggas lack credentials, overlapping. Most you niggas with meditation, elevation, fundamentals. It's official, like a ref with a whistle. I won't pick up my dribble, she look me in the eyes. Open up the eyes and say, play monkey in the middle. The woman's my favorite riddle. High charisma in my temple, she get real experimental. With her mouth on my pickle, guess my lap is her pillow. She have fun giving me brain, that's real fundamentals. Give me some, get you one. I'm a chosen one to overcome any spiritual war. I know I already won, plus my high vibrations surpassing all you bums, nigga.
Yeah, let's get it. Lyrical ecstasy, pull up smooth. How Alexis be? Reference me whenever you thinking of who the best would be. Respectively, it's longevity. I'm from that pedigree of gifted ones with powers that's tapping into telepathy. The mind is everything. You so off, forever lost in this matrix. Starving to be a part of this great shit. Flow like the A6 when in traffic, wreaking havoc. Blue steel 44 bulldog. I let you have it. Do the mathematics. And while you at it, step your game up. It's real when I ain't have shit. And when I came up was never on no half shit. I put the same up in people out here. Plastic, don't fuck the game up. It's strange, but we carry on. Gotta be very strong. In this life that's not promised or very long. I get my berry on, spit it from the depths of the deep. It's greedy. Who got next on this beat?
Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringed.
Supreme dropper, the son of God, the dream stopper, the rude awaken, the fumigating, you please proper. Rejuvenation's illuminating through these choppers. Came back and immediately superseded you teeny boppers. Full of this positive energy, you can see the shopper. And you can tell I'm a soldier like P and Silk the Shocker. Invoke the fifth morning dude who preceded Jimmy Hopper. Y'all get talking like bitches, I'm on a different knocker. And I drink different vodka, I'm just a different monster. The first two fall off was in the temple in Sri Lanka. But fuck it, nigga, enough about me, let's switch the topic. You're always talking about killing the ops, kill the optics. Shit ain't respectable spectacles for whoever watching. One day your name bringing profit, the next is on the docket. You're flying high, my guy, and I ain't here to knock it. I'm just praying that you escape from that burning cockpit.
Yo, I'm colder than the Chi-Town breeze. Use a fake, put the metal to your face like, lie down please. Let the fraud stop, leave the same impression from a car drop. Y'all watch the boy stand out like a ball spot. Smoke down trees, connecting with my inner man. Ran with the best of them, boot camps get Timberland. And my weight class, cash by the milligram. Pink sapphire stones, I call them killer cam. I'm so clean, y'all can remove blemish. Give true business, cross hook jab, boots in this. Don't trust people that come in your space. Someone lead you to a trap like the front of the race. Words are weapons, but if you make me come from the waist, literally shit on you niggas when I dump on face. I'm lyrical dope and physical hope. Only need one shot with a visual scope.
Family. 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 We all think that we do not operate in dysfunction. But I can probably count on one hand how many people that I know whose family did not grow up in dysfunction. And I can tell you 1 out of 5 is probably a half. A half sign, less than 1. Listen, we all have some type of level of dysfunction with us. And our family, blood related, or even not blood, does some real illmatic shit that we don't even recognize, like, because of the fact that, we wire different. We all wire different, even though we came through the same birth canal. Whether it's personality traits, whether it's the way they move, whether they move on the dark side, the light side, in between, whether they want to chop each other down, lift each other up, or maybe they just divorced themselves. Our family is dysfunctional, and it's not our fault. If somebody in our family was struck down by substance abuse, it affects everybody in the house. You might have felt neglected if your sibling was always getting the attention because of their issues. Or you might have felt helpless and fearful if your parent was an addict and couldn't take care of you. As an adult, right, we will be still carrying that trauma from that experience, especially if we never got the validation and the love that we needed while we were going through that process. I always say, and it's so accessible more now than ever, that therapy can help process your feelings so it doesn't get transferred over to your other relationships. You feel me? What about the perfect person in your family? What about if your parents were hammering it into your head and always pressuring you that you have to succeed and you have to be perfect? They don't realize that that causes so much stress and anxiety and emotional turmoil. You may have even felt that no matter what you did or what you achieved in your life, it was never good enough for your parents. Impossible high expectations of you. We're always chasing that external validation because that carries on as an adult, that we need external validation to make sure that we're operating okay. We run around here trying to earn other people's approval, but tracking that behavior back to your childhood can help you realize why you're always trying to be perfect. Listen, it's about your parents. It's not about you. It's about your sibling rivalry. Oh my God. Or your cousin that you grew up with. Always some type of competition for you to be the perfect one. That's not cool, man, to put on those expectations. It's just hard enough to be who we are, let alone to sit in that dysfunction, because it was dysfunctional. It is dysfunctional, especially if your family is abusive. There are so many ways in which abuse can show up in families. If your people were physically or emotionally abusive, that shit's traumatic, man. And you might even carry that effects of that into your adult life and end up with some form of type of mental health issues like anxiety or depression. You might also have internalized the domestic abuse that you have experienced because you were always told that you were to blame for it. And that's a difficult thing for you to deal with. I'm telling you. You got to be able to get that out so you can move on from the trauma that you have had. What about the level of dysfunction that you can't even get away from your family, man? Because they're so codependent on you to do everything. You have to cater to the family's needs and what they feel by putting your stuff on the back burner. Being that your family is so codependent on you, and as an adult, you're going to find it difficult for you to even express or set any healthy boundaries because you're so used to your people's expecting you to bow down to what they want. The hell? You can't, that's so scarring, man, that you have to be like, think about it. Think about it. No harm, no foul, no judgment zone here. But what about these kids that are raising their siblings because the parents have X'd themselves out? Or they may even, not even making it in a negative connotation, but they could be busting their ass working. And you got to step up. But what happened to your childhood? So now as you grow older, now you have to become this adult, but still trying to live out your childhood because you're missing all of them years. 9 times out of 10, you're going to end up being buck wild, especially when you get out from underneath it. And the decision making may be a little cloudy when it comes to you and how you move. Because now this is the first time in your life that you have experienced living outside of the clutches of your family. Because you had to run and hide. You had to escape that shit because there's no way. You had to break those bonds in order for you to move forward. So now you're out here by yourself. And you don't want no parts of them people. Or you've gotten to the breaking point where this is just not working for you. And then you leave. You understand? Ashe. As I always like to tap in, because these conversations are divinely given to me. Whether they are downloaded to me a lot. And what I'm going to do It's because they wanted this message to get out. Is that during the course of this conversation with you, I'm going to be tapping into the Holy Spirit and the spiritual counsel that I have that helps me along in my path. And maybe I can help you along the way and give you the message that you need in order for you to get through. But you know how we get down over here. We keep it a buck. I don't sugarcoat shit. I keep it the way it is, whether it hurts my feelings, your feelings, or even it just gives you some wind beneath your own wings. Something for you to think about, something that you could think with your heart and your soul and your spirit. So right now, change is here. In this dysfunction, this emotional loss that you have, there's going to come a time when you may be experiencing or grieving a loss of someone or something that you are emotionally attached to. Honor your feelings. Only by healing and loving yourself and by letting go of the past can you continue on your journey. The suffering that is associated with this loss delivers profound wisdom and knowledge for your soul. Your unique gifts, your talent, your ability, as well as your joy and your sorrow will not only make up who you really are, but better yet, who will become. The painful experience of life are equally as valuable as the joyous ones. Focus all of your positive energy on the good in your life and what you're grateful for. Use your healing energy in this way and try not to focus on what you have lost. For new beginnings and happiness are just around the corner for you. Ashe? All right. That dysfunctionality could be that the fact of your family lacked boundaries. They didn't have any clear boundaries. And your parents or your people might call you when they know that you are busy. They interfere in your private life, or they expect you to run errands for them. And this is a sense of entitlement because they're so needy. They may also make you feel guilty for asserting your own needs, but it's important not to let them walk all over you. Having boundaries protects you from being taken advantage of. Remember that whatever goes on in this house stays in this house. Remember getting those marching orders? In some cases, of course, because you want to handle things within. But what about the fact that sometimes you need to get out of that in order for you to even think your way clear? Because if they're censoring you, you may not get your feelings acknowledged or even validated. Your people will always make you feel like you couldn't say what was on your mind or express your feelings, or you were judged or told off for being yourself or having some different opinions. So you had to try to hide those different parts of your personality in order to fit into your family. And this can cause you to hide who you are with people in your adult relationships out of fear of being judged and or abandoned. Now, even though they may tell you that you can't speak your mind or all of that, right? When was the last time you ever sat down with your family in one room, minus cell phones, internet, where not even that, I mean, that's simple shit, sitting at a dinner table. You know what I'm saying? People, family members don't spend time together like that. Maybe Sunday dinner. Maybe. And this is a type of neglect that shows up in dysfunctional families, is when your loved ones don't even hang out together because they don't even like each other. You got one or two maybe click up. Perhaps when you were growing up, you always felt like you had to entertain yourself because your peoples or your siblings never had any time for you. You always felt like your family members were leading their own lives, which they were. So that allowed you to create your own path and be self sufficient. So it could be a good thing and a bad thing because you do want to be self sufficient. But without that nurturing and without you being able to trust and depend on anybody, that's fucked up. Like I said before, some of us had to be adults when we were just a kid. And our parents treated us like we were an adult, dumping all types of responsibilities on our shoulders. And we didn't even get a chance to be a kid. I already said it. Or the parents weren't around, or you had to pick up the slack at home or look for siblings. Maybe you had to even get a job to make ends meet in your family. What about the part that you had to look after your parents who were either sick or struggling with their own issues? You know what that can translate into when you become older? Becoming a martyr with the people that are in your life. It doesn't matter if it's a friend or a romantic partner. There's always a feeling of a sense of responsibility for other people. You feel me? Don't allow your peoples to push off their issues onto you. You have gone through so many stages in your life. Those that you have done and those that are yet to be. Beloved, good luck and fortune are now in your favor. A cycle of change and success and growth is imminent. Life ebbs and flows in its natural journey. Your destiny signifies good karma has come full circle. And when Lady Luck is pointing directly at you, what you sow, you're about to reap. Open up your heart and accept and receive what you have earned. There are opportunities, whether expected or unexpected, that are knocking at your door. And this is a time for you to allow your problems to be replaced by solutions. Believe in your destiny as you learn to let go of old issues. You're being given a chance to understand the lessons and gain the wisdom from the past, enabling you to move steadily forward in a positive direction, holding on to a strong belief that you deserve to be happy and prosperous and have abundance in all areas of your life is the key. This confident mindset will show you that the impossible can become the possible. Take advantage of all opportunities. Act now and take responsibility for your actions and enjoy the fact that the destiny is presently in your favor. Do not, do not, do not always rely on luck, for the wheel most definitely will turn again. Ashe. Have you ever seen in your family makeup that you may have uh, an aunt, an uncle, even a cousin or somebody, it could even be your own peoples, that have that connection with their kid that they don't want their kid to grow up. So they still manipulate them. They still make them feel like they still a baby, even though they well off in age. They still treat them like they're a kid. Even when they're old enough to make their own choices and look after themselves. They could be constantly criticized for what they do or make that person feel like they're not smart enough to make their own decisions. And when these people treat their kids like that, it's usually because of their own issues, such as being a narcissist, or they have a tendency to control their children out of fear of being abandoned. I don't know about you, but I've seen that shit. Have you? Or have you experienced that? What about a parent that has untreated mental illness? If you grew up in a home where a parent was dealing with mental health and it wasn't diagnosed or treated, that puts a lot of stress on you and your family. Here comes the neglect, here comes the anxiety, and here comes the depression. And this could result in you not learning coping skills because your parent was not there. Even if they wanted to be, they just wasn't there. You had to learn how to take care of yourself and how to cope with the responsibilities and life's things that they throw at you that's, coming your way. Because life is still life. And you had to deal with that shit on your own. Now, you don't even want people to know that that shit was happening. But I guarantee you, somebody in that family tree of yours knows. They should have stepped up to help. But in some cases, they don't. And it's common for dysfunctional families to keep things to themselves because they don't want people on the outside of the family to judge them. And growing up, you might have been pressured to lie to people about what was going on at your house to avoid bringing friends home, you know? And that brings in shame, embarrassment, and anxiety. And as an adult, you might feel like you can't trust your family because of the lies they tell each other or the secrets that they keep. Your family, oh my God, our families may even use the silent treatment in order to manipulate you. And that's uncomfortable and toxic. If a family member does not like to interact with each other, instead of choosing to do their own thing, or if they don't open up to each other about their problems, trust and believe you all or we all feel isolated around our so-called loved ones. And silence can be used to punish people. One person in the family may shut down and stop communicating with people instead of being open to resolving the argument. That's hurtful, and it creates a sense of unease. The council wants you to know that relationships involves an emotional bond. It could be between new lovers. It could be kindred souls. It could be family. It could be friends. It could be business associates or even partners. It could even relate to a specific situation. This is the perfect time to realize that all relationships are really about you. Notice when you interact with different people, right, in your life. Are they giving you energy or taking it away? Is there an even exchange? There should be an equal balance between giving and receiving that energy. Relationships are mirror images of our life. They reflect how you feel and treat yourself and how you react and respond to all different types of situations and people that are around you. Each and every union is an opportunity for soul growth. I'm almost done. I'm rounding it up now. It's weird to spend time with your family in public because they might try to seem like they're the most perfect family in the world. And that's not the case behind closed doors. It can make you feel unsettled, or it erases the trust that you have in your family members. And as an adult, you might feel like you always have to seem happy and perfect around people. That's not natural. Keep on that path, and you will surely have chronic anxiety and stress because you're always trying to be something that you're not, or you're trying to hide your flaws. Don't allow, I said this before, please let me bring this home. Don't allow your family to still control you. As you were growing up in that controlling, dysfunctional family, you felt like you couldn't even do anything without being told that you should do instead. That shit is frustrating. Maybe your people forced you to conform to what they wanted, their lifestyles and their behavior. And they might still be trying to do this now that you're an adult. Baby, this is causing you to have trust issues and to be burdened down with self-doubt. And it could be a challenge to be around your family because you resent them for trying to control you, or anybody else for that aspect. Because as soon as somebody tells you that you can and cannot do something, I guarantee you, your shit is like tell me what I can do. Kidding me? So you're automatically challenged because you already know ain't nobody gonna control me. Ain't nobody gonna control me. Here's the thing. Maybe our people denied bad things that happen as a way to control the narrative. They may have even tried to run and hide from their own problems or tell you that you're being dramatic when you try to make them face reality. Don't internalize that blame, especially if they pointed the finger at you for their issues. I don't want you to struggle to express your authentic feelings with people because you were gaslit for so long. Ashe? Let me end this conversation with this. You are now starting to see the fruits of your labor with partnerships and alliances with people. This is speaking to your spirit because you know. You know that the fruits of your labor take seed and then they blossom. And that there may still be a lot to do, but watch out for the synchronicities, which can bring opportunities to form connection or unexpected alliances that may create something new for you. And this could assist you in gathering resources that you may need in the future. And with all partnerships, always remember that there has to be an even exchange of energy. If you give too much, whereas your partner gives too little, it will leave you feeling energetically drained and cause potential disharmony in the union. There must be an overall balance within this alliance in order for it to work and blend together for the best results. You are being reminded today that success comes in so many different ways, even from the most unlikely sources. Have and keep an open mind when you are listening to other people. Ashe, make the most of your harmonious alignments. It's okay. It's okay. Love yourself in spite of. I want to thank you for stopping by Blended Healing on today. Be well, stay safe, Ashe, and deep bow to each and every one of you. And I shall see you all very, very soon.